Hello, Musto0063 here for a intro video, part 0 if you will, to what will be my 50th project, a Let's Play of Mega Man 11. Notice there I said Let's Play. I did not say Let's Play Perfect Run of Mega Man 11, nor did I say, what I certainly hoped would be the case, a blind Let's Play of Mega Man 11. So, with regard to perfect runs, I guess I'll address that in a bit more detail in part 1, given this is part 0 of the Let's Play, and probably also one of the latter videos of this Let's Play. Probably when I'm showing off some of the extra content. So yeah, perfect runs. Yeah, we'll address that later. But given that I thought this was hopefully going to be a blind run, then perfect runs would certainly be out of the question if that was going to be the case. But yeah, regrettably, this is not going to be a blind run. I made a sort of a fairly big deal at the end of I Want to Get Cultured 2, which was then my 40th Let's Play, and what was my 49th Let's Play, not another VVV game, pretty much all the way through that, or at least in most parts of that, sort of saying, well, not that game wasn't great, but that, I wanted to do something a little bit special for, the 50th Let's Play, the half century. So I had in mind, a blind run of Mega Man 11. But regrettably, that's not going to be the case, because I've just had a variety of recording issues and well, not even just recording issues, but just gameplay issues that have just sort of really put the kibosh on that plan. So it's going to be regrettably just a standard Let's Play. But Mega Man 11, I'm still super hyped to actually do it. I think it's still kind of reasonably fitting for a 50th Let's Play. So yeah. Let's Play coming, but unfortunately not a blind one. So so for those who I guess are not too bothered about all the setup issues or anything like that, and want to just either skip this video, I guess I'll say right now that because my regular uploading schedule, there won't be much of a delay at all between this part being uploaded and part 1, which will be the first Roadmaster stage of Mega Man 11. That will be uploaded the day after this one's been uploaded. So yeah, from that point of view, if you really don't care about all my issues, all my problems with regards to recording and actually getting a decent, not just recording, but as I just a decent actual setup of this game, then yeah, feel free to skip this video and just tune in next time for the real start of Mega Man 11. But for those of you who are interested, yeah, just I can't even say it's like bad luck due to recording in this part. It's literally actually more so just been playing the game properly anyway. So I guess with that in mind, cue clip 1. Yeah, clip 1 is me showing off what happens when I try to play this game on my computer. So yeah, unfortunately, hit the play button, it tries to open, and yeah, after a few seconds where the window appears, I get an error message which is a string of characters and digits or whatever, basically just, yeah, apologies, it's sort of a bit difficult to see. So I recorded this through like the desktop, if you will, I guess, or just showing off the entire screen rather than the actual recording through a window or anything like that. Normally that's what I do, but of course, since the game won't open in the first place, it was difficult to record it through a window. But anyway, yeah, everything's sort of a little bit further away in the background. You probably can't read too much of any text as well as to for what's going to be in this video, but it doesn't really matter. You don't really need to know what the string of digits and string of characters is in that error message. But basically, yeah, just yeah, try and play the game. It won't open. It does seem to be a thing with newer Steam games. I'm obviously playing this via the Steam version, but yeah, it's just a thing with newer Steam games now on my computer. It's not a dinosaur or a brick in terms of computers, but I think I probably got it at about the end of 2012, beginning of 2013. So it's reasonably old. It does a fine job with most bits and pieces. But yeah, newer Steam games just for probably graphics card issues or whatever, it just doesn't quite seem to run properly. So yeah, that was my first problem, not being able to run at all on my computer. So that of course meant that I had to resort to thinking about playing it on my newer laptop. So I guess cue clip 2. So what you're seeing now, again, with all the desktop and everything like that, is a fairly long clip, this one. But yeah, this is what happens when I just play the game normally and load it up when I, just as a normal process. So basically, the window's sort of there in the middle of the screen. It's quite big, but as you'll kind of see, because I'll show off some bits of settings, some actual gameplay as well. The game just runs at not a very good pace at all. It's like, I'd say about maybe, I don't know, 75 to 80% normal speed. It's really quite bad in that respect. And of course, while I was actually trying to do this properly, thinking about doing this as playing the game, not as a blind run, thing like that, it was just so noticeable that I was just not doing, you know, the run was just awful. My commentary was absolutely just awful. So here I am in the settings, by the way, so you can see the resolution here. And you can see that there aren't very many options there, in fact just the 3. There was also like a display mode there where you can select between like windowed, borderless and full screen, I think, and believe me, doing any of those didn't make any difference whatsoever. So I put this on the lowest resolution it can possibly be at. As you saw there, I cycled through the options there. Again, ignore all these just opening sort of text boxes and things like that. Just getting to the main game. You'll see obviously the Roadmaster select stage here. I'm going to select a stage which is Blockman. You'll probably also detect some sort of difference between the actual kind of cutscene, if you will, here, and showing off the Roadmaster and the music. Yeah, that's probably a thing that I threw out even when it runs properly, but just it's even more noticeable. In this sort of setting, yeah, this as you can probably see now, this was about the speed, or this is indeed the speed it's running. I don't actually think the recording is actually making too much of a difference to this speed at which is actually going at, and maybe a little bit, but in effect, this was the speed that the game was running at when I played this properly, and when I opened up the game, it was just so noticeable to the point where I was just like, I persevered with sort of doing some commentary, obviously as a blind run for like a stage and a half or so, but honestly, it just got to the point where it was just so noticeable. I just wasn't having a good time thinking about, you know, in terms of the commentary kind of being particularly good or anything like that. Nor do I feel like I'm doing a very good job explaining all this away. But anyway, it felt like it just felt completely unprofessional. Like just from the game itself, just not really running at full speed. I think if it's running at 75 to 80% anyway, that's just not good at all, just in general. But I was just, you know, for wanting to do a blind run, I was just finding myself concentrating on that so much that I was either just not speaking at all, or just, you know, getting hung up on it. It was just a disaster of trying to do a blind run on it. So I went through like a couple of stages. It was absolutely awful. I just actually sort of just stopped at that point in time and just went through the 8 Roadmaster stages. Actually called it a day after that, and then came back the second day, or the next day to do the after the 8 Roadmaster stages, the Fortress stages, if you will. But the thought occurred to me that, well, since this, obviously by that point in time a blind run was dead, and I was just sort of huddled over my sort of laptop, again, rather than my computer or anything like that, I thought, well, why not I just plug my laptop into my TV through an HDMI cable. And I can play it on my TV. I wasn't expecting necessarily to run any smooth or anything like that. Well, absolutely unbelievably, that is indeed what happened. So I guess cue clip 3. So again, apologies for the sort of the rigmarole again at the start, but I thought I would just show off the entire process again, so you can see all the desktop and things like that. Again, for the actual Let's Play itself, I will be recording this through a proper window. I won't be recording this through, you know, desktop, so you'll be able to see all the text and everything like that much better once I've obviously got the Windows set up and everything where I want it to. Yeah, this was having just connected my laptop to my TV through the HDMI cable, as you'll see in a minute, going through the settings and like that. All of a sudden, there were more options available. So yeah, it was just become, sorry again, the intro, and this is also the case just when it was running at full speed. I found out there was a black screen there between loading up the title screen there, which just took so long, and that's still the case even when it's running normally. But look, all of a sudden now, so many more resolution options to pick from that just weren't available. That was the point of showing you the first clip. But that was when it wasn't hooked up to my TV through HDMI cable or anything like that. It was just literally as it was normally. The lowest resolution was like, there were only like 3 options, and I picked the lowest resolution, and it was running really, really badly. Obviously, you can see here I've selected the lowest resolution available now with it plugged into my TV through an HDMI cable. And as you'll see, obviously the window is very small here. Again, you probably just can't see the text very well at all here. But again, if I load up a Roadmaster stage, I believe we'll actually, again, like I said before, the cutscene, opening cutscene here, the audio and the video don't really sync up too well. There still seems to be an issue with cutscenes and things like that, as you probably saw with the slow load up of the title screen, even in this low resolution. But wow, just look at the difference in the gameplay here and the speed of it. Again, I'm not necessarily saying this is like maybe 100% perfect or anything like that, but it is a significant improvement on what it was previously, and yeah, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, again, as I did before, I'll just stop there at the edge of the first screen of the first stage, and we'll leave it there. And yeah, I think that's probably the end of all the clips and such like that. So yeah, we'll just go back to our nice little Mega Man 11 graphic as I just sort of conclude that story. So yeah, basically hooking it up to a TV to HDMI cable allowed a whole bunch of extra resolution options to appear. Obviously, selecting the lowest one there meant that it ran a whole lot better. I could not believe it. Obviously, I mean, that the thought for that hadn't even crossed my mind when I was trying to do obviously just a normal run of this game, blind run or whatever, just play the game normally. Just, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. It was only because I stopped for the day after completing Roadmaster stage. I thought, why not just hook it up to the TV? I wasn't expecting any different options or anything like that to come up. It was more just the point of view of having it on a big TV screen rather than sort of huddled over a laptop, stuff like that. But I could not believe it. I was able to play through the Fortress stages as the game pretty much should be. More at if not 100%, but like 98, 99% proper speed. Again, maybe some of the slowdown in that clip there, and possibly I guess some Let's Plays due to the recording. But still, believe me, when I'm actually playing the game, leave aside the recording for the moment, it feels absolutely perfect. It feels like it's running as it should do. It clearly did not feel like that when I was playing it before, but. Yeah, that thought unfortunately never occurred to me at the time. I don't know why it would anyway, but just by sheer luck, because I was even thinking, well, forget a blind run. I can't even do it. I can't even do a Let's Play of Mega Man 11 if it's going to be running that bloody slow. So, hallelujah, this seems to have sorted that issue. But of course, way too late for me to do a blind run. But yeah, at least I think now it is possible to do a standard Let's Play of Mega Man 11. So what I'm actually going to have to do when I sort of load up the game initially, and I say I will sort out we'll be recording through the actual window itself now that I've got that set up. I won't be having the background or anything like desktop and such like that in the background as well. So it should be windowed, should be able to read the text a lot better and such like that. That should be much more clear, much more legible. So that I'm hoping won't be an issue. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I feel like I've been rambling quite a bit, not really much coherence to this explanation video, but yeah, just sort of been a bit frazzled in the sort of the period where I was playing this game for the first time and also just recording the sort of the footage I needed for this setup to try and explain what the hell was going on, and unfortunately regrettably why this won't be a blind Let's Play, but hopefully as a standard Let's Play will actually be fairly decent. I should also say actually as well that I haven't even played the game that much. I've cleared it once and done a bit of sort of just practicing on the boss rush and such like that, just to get feel like because I didn't play the Robo Monsters again at full speed before, so I just thought for the purposes of actually now doing a Let's Play, I know it doesn't necessarily have to be that competent, and it probably won't be, because I've only cleared the game once and I haven't even played all the Roadmaster stages as the game intended at full speed anyway. So this could still be quite entertaining from a screw up point of view, because I'm not expecting this to go particularly swimmingly, but. Oh well, it should be better than it would do, or it would be from a competence point of view, I guess, from the blind run. But I guess that's half of the point of doing a blind run. But yeah, not very familiar with this game at all. So again, going back to the perfect run issue, there's no way I'm even thinking about doing perfect runs at this point in time. As I say, I'll address that issue. In part 1 and also at the end of the Let's Play. But yeah, perfect run's definitely out of the question. Also is the blind run, but yeah, looking forward to hopefully being able to do a somewhat competent Let's Play where the game actually runs at a decent speed. Oi. I think that really is everything I wanted to say. As I say, yeah, this feels like a bit of a garbled mess in terms of getting this out. But I did want to show this off and not just sort of upload a. Not that I hadn't even been teasing it, I suppose. Really, I'd been teasing something big or something big for me as a 50th Let's Play, but I hadn't specifically said it was going to be Mega Man 11 Blind or anything like that. Maybe some of you might have guessed that was what it was going to be. I sort of alluded to it, I think, in other videos, possibly at the end of Mega Man 10 or somewhere down the line. But yeah, that had been my certainly been my intention. I had sort of been bigging it up in that respect. So, but yeah, at this point in time, I just feel like I'm fortunate enough to have stumbled upon a way to actually do just even a standard Let's Play. But yeah, that will be coming next time. As I say, I wanted to show off the not just upload part 1 and just sort of and just say, oh, sorry, it's not blind. Here you go. Just do a standard Let's Play. I wanted to at least try and show off why it's not blind and why I've had and some of the issues and problems I've had just running the game normally, let alone trying to do any sort of Let's Play on it. Yeah, I'll leave it there. As I say, the first Robot Monster stage will be uploaded the day after this one goes up, so not too long to wait for that. And yeah, hopefully everything goes swimmingly, and yeah, this project Mega Man 11 is still enjoyable, and yeah, don't have any recording issues or gameplay slowdown issues. Can really do without those. Anyway, I hope to see you very soon for the true start, part 1 of this Let's Play of Mega Man 11, which will be my 50th half-century project. Hope to see you next time, but until then, cheerio.